We come into this Grand Tour and said it was going to be a foregone conclusion. We come into a sprint and say it's going to be a foregone conclusion. And every single time, surprises are thrown up, and it's absolutely beautiful. In the end, though, Robbie, got to say, we did get a sprint, and Tim Merlier took the win.
We got the expected result, but in a totally different way throughout what looked to be, let's be honest, a boring stage for the first 80 kilometres, and then all hell broke loose. But the sprint itself, you could just see on the right-hand side as they were starting to get Pogacar and Thomas in view that Quick-Step made an acceleration. Alaphilippe was coming to the front, and then there was the launch from DSM-Firmenich. I think it was Andreas Lund trying, I expect, to ride for Fabio Jakobsen, who was nowhere to be seen. He seemed to be just be going for himself, in all honesty. Milan coming out on the left, but Merlier, he'd popped out of the wheels on the right-hand side, and he has just got so much sustained power through to the line. I mean, not that Milan hasn't, but Tim Merlier, he just is so good at this, getting it right when there's absolute chaos.
It's the timing of it, isn't it? Like, if you sort of look back at that overhead shot, he realised he's a bit too far back. Initially, he decided the right-hand side is the one that's going faster. Even then, he was too far back. So he actually started his sprint really quite early. He had to go past Biermann's of Arkea B&B hotels there. He then had to go past Olaf Koy in the yellow of Visma Lease bike. And in the way that he did that, Koy got a bit... He had to sort of stop pedalling just for a very few brief moments, which stopped his speed. This is a point where he goes over to the right. If you look here on the wheel of the red, that's Tim Merlier there, so two behind the yellow of Olaf Koy. This is where he actually goes. Just now, he gets into the wind thinking, I'm going to have to go because Milan's going. Watch the yellow rider, Olaf Koy. He has to stop pedalling just at this point here because Merlier's on his right-hand side and Dainese on his left, and they just have a coming together. But he's just... This year, he's just got everything right. He's got the power, obviously. He's got the speed. But he seems to keep getting the timing and the positioning spot on as well.
I think what's really impressive with him, he's always finding space. We can see how tight those sprints are, but from a long way back, every sprinter in the world wants to wait till the last minute, because the sooner you go, the more chance you have of being caught on the line. With him, he's starting his sprints 250, 260 to go from behind the wheels and just using that tiny bit of slipstream that he's got to find that space. And once he's got it, it's a clear run for him. He's rarely beaten in that situation. It's just when people are around him, he comes unstuck. But the whole point of that is he's putting himself in those positions. He's being able to take a step back, look who's in front of him, and say, I'm going to start now. By the time I get past him, I've got an extra 2K an hour, and that should be enough. And that's what's most impressive. Finding a space in a sprint like that, it's incredibly difficult to do so time and time again.
Seeing the gaps that are going to be there but aren't there yet. So the others will go, oh, gap, I'll go for it. He's like, that's where the gap's going to open. That's where it's going to be right. And the amazing thing about Tim Merlier is he rarely does it off what you'd call a textbook lead-out. He has guys look after him, get him up there, keep him out of the wind. But when it comes to the sprint, he just sort of just does his own thing and switches all over the place. But he finds the gap, he finds his way through, and he's just got so much power.
It's like a black art, isn't it? And Tim Merlier is the magician of it.